we need to solve and graph this compound inequality. So what's nice to start with is we can see that it's already solved for x. Both inequalities are. And so really we just need to graph these and write, oh, it doesn't say to write the solution in interval notation, but we'll go ahead and do that just because it's good practice. And often you have to do all three. Make sure when you're doing these kind of problems that you read it carefully, because sometimes it'll say it at the end, and write the solution in interval notation. So just know that most of the time you do need to also do interval notation. Okay, so x is less than or equal to 1 first. So at 1, we're going to have a closed circle because it's equal to, so it's including. So we'll have a closed circle here. So x is less than or equal to 1, and so we're going to be going this way all the way to infinity. Okay, because x is all the values that are smaller than 1. Or x is greater than -5. Now because it's not equal to, we'll have an open circle at -5. So in this case, x is all the numbers greater than -5. So here we're going that way. X is less than or equal to 1 is going down. Now notice this problem is an OR problem. So that means if it's true for either of these, it's considered a solution. Well, if you look, these lines cover the entire number line. Because this one's going down, it's going to cover every number to -infinity. And because this one's going up, it's going to cover every number to +infinity. And so because of this OR, because it just means anywhere there's a solution, it counts, this answer will actually be -infinity to infinity. Okay, so make sure you pay attention close to the and OR and that you know the difference. When it's and, so let's say a totally different problem, if it's and, that's going to be the, oh, not that kind of graph. It's going to be the place on a graph where they both cover. So if it was something similar, let's say we had this, the and would only be the place that both of these lines intersect. So and means they both have to be there. So if you notice in this area, both lines are there. And so this one would be true. We'll call this -3 and call this 1.5, just so we don't get them confused. So this one would be -3. We'd have a parenthesis there because it's not equal to, and then it would go up to 1.5, and it would be a bracket because it is including. Okay, so it's a big difference when it's and versus or. Or just means anywhere the line goes. Another note I want to make with the interval notation is notice that it's just a parenthesis here because it's around infinity. Infinity will always be a parenthesis because it can't include it, because it's always increasing or decreasing.